Hello, everyone. Hi, Facebook. Hi, YouTube. Hi, LinkedIn. Hello, world. Okay, I can't tell if I just started being live right now. Hi, everyone. It is Ayana, your life and soft skills coach. Happy Sunday to you all. I just got back in from a wet and rainy run. It was kind of crazy out there. Every now and then I shock myself with my boldness, and at some point the rain was flying in horizontally at my face. So it was very interesting. But hello, everyone. I'm here. I made it. I survived. Welcome. You guys are all here with me because we all survived this week. So let's dive in with some inspiration for this week. Now, I'm very excited to bring today's quote because it is a Rosa Parks quote. And this is, "We will fail when we fail to try." Okay, we will fail when we fail to try. And Rosa Parks has always been an inspiration, but she's even more of an inspiration now because my daughter actually had to dress up for her as a part of their ancestor day. So during History Month, so we all got really into Rosa Parks in a deeper way. It was excellent. So, just if you don't know much about her, I highly suggest that you check out her bio because, they give us a little snippet, but she's very awesome and phenomenal. So we're going to dive into that quote. But before we do that, remember I said, oh, my course that I'm doing on Udemy and Skillshare, that'll be ready by this week. We're not there yet. And remember the week before that, I said, oh, it'll be ready by next week. I've said that about 3 times now. Okay, this time I'm serious. This time I mean it. So I have this incredible course that's coming up about how to build confidence and why confidence and being kind to yourself are so critical for our success. It's a really excellent course that I'm putting a lot of love into. So it's taking a little longer than I had anticipated, but I promise it will be done. I'm filming on Monday, so we're almost there. All right, I can't wait till that comes out, and I will let you guys all know. It's going to be incredible, and I'm very, very, very proud of it. So let's dive on in and talk about Rosa Parks and her quote, "We will fail only when we fail to try." Okay, so I like to rewrite that. I like to remix that quote a little bit because it's true. We only get failure when we stop trying. This is a critical thing because it is, life throws us these curveballs, and failure is all around us on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, a monthly basis, yearly, and small things and big things. But it can be so demoralizing when we fail, right? But we only fail. Only failure comes from giving up and from stopping and from no longer trying. And actually, Thomas Edison, and there's good and bad things about Thomas Edison, but one of the powerful quotes that he had, and I'm going to misquote this for sure, but it was about the fact that he fails thousands of times when he was trying to invent something or when he was working on experiments. So he talked about openly about the fact that he failed thousands of times, but that he just tried to brush off his frustration and learn from the failure, right? So, and you've heard me talk about this before, that when we have these obstacles, they actually are opportunities for growth and learning. So while failure is frustrating, while failure hits at our confidence, while it can stab at our ego, it can make us feel terrible about ourselves, the best way to deal with failure is to really just allow yourself to feel the feelings, allow yourself to feel the frustration, allow yourself to feel the bruised ego and the pain that comes from the failure, and then just learn from the frustration and get back up again. Because the only failure comes from failing to try. Okay, so Thomas Edison talked about it, okay, with his thousands of failures. And it's hard. This is not an easy thing to do. It's much easier said than done, right? And that's why so many of us throw in the towel, right? I have so many goals in my life that I gave up on. I had a dream at one point of being a scientist, and I gave up on that because chemistry got hard, right? So there's so many things, if we look back over our lives, there are so many things we kind of gave up on. And so I've learned now since then what was going on with me, that it took a hit on my confidence, that it made me feel bad about myself, that it made me feel like I couldn't do it. But the only failure truly comes when we really just give up on trying altogether. Okay? So, I can look back on my own life. Being a parent, okay, how much failure is involved in being a parent daily, okay? I can look back on being a wife, right? Daily failure on that too sometimes. Okay, thanks for my patient husband out there. Being in school, right? Looking for the right job. And there are so many times in my business where I looked at my business and I couldn't. I started my business back in 2016. Shout out. So I guess we're wow. Okay, let me do the math on that. 2016 to, so we're like 8 years, 7, 8 years. Okay, my math is poor at this time of the morning, but it's a few years in. I've had plenty of times where I gave up on it. I've had plenty of times where I've had gaps of posting videos and posting on social media because I was just like, you know what? It's too much. It's too overwhelming. Is anybody even paying attention? Right? I've had all of those moments, and we all have those moments. But the only failure comes when we just truly give up altogether and we're just like, no more. I don't want to even try. Now, it's one thing to say, my priorities have shifted and I care about new things, right? That's not failure. But when we really do want something to work and we just throw in the towel out of fear of failure, out of fear of how we look, out of fear of how the world will perceive us, out of fear of how we judge ourselves for that failure, that's the only time that we really fail. Okay, so, and believe me, I have failed multiple times in my business. So we just have to remember, though, also too, science is really incredible in this because, if you look at, and I want everyone to Google growth mindset. Those of you who've been following me for a while, you've heard me talk about this. And one day soon, I will do a full course about this. But growth mindset is a coin that was, a phrase that was coined by, oh God, what is her name? Oh no. Okay, I need to look this up. So it's going to drive me crazy. Growth mindset was by a Stanford researcher, and I can see her face, but her name is Carol Dweck, I believe. Oh man, it's going to drive me nuts. Okay, Carol Dweck, I believe. But what she does, the research that they've done is all about how it is that we learn. And what they actually discovered in that research is that the brain actually functions like a muscle. And so all of those times that we deal with failure and it feels really painful and it's hard, and sometimes it might actually hurt our brains, sometimes when we're working quite a bit, is that actually our brain is exercising and working out. So in the same way that our muscles get fatigued, our brain gets fatigued when we're learning and we're growing. So some of us take that, that pain that we feel as we're learning something and something is difficult and challenging, we take that as a sign that we need to give up, that we need to stop moving, right? In the same way that when I first started running, I was giving up when my muscles were hurting, when my lungs were hurting, but it actually was a sign that I needed to keep going. Now, it doesn't mean, fatigue and pain means stop, take a break, right? It doesn't mean keep running if you're actually, if you're sore, but it means to come back again, maybe tomorrow, or maybe after you've breathed and had time to take a rest and take a little respite, right? So to get back up again after you've taken a break and come back and not to give up on it. So our brain functions in the same way, and that's how we learn and grow our intelligence. So our failure and our repeated attempts actually lead to growth in our intelligence. And it's the same thing with our goals. It's the same thing with all the things we want to accomplish, okay? So just finally, I just want to, so Rosa Parks, very, very wise woman, for a number of different reasons. We will fail when we fail to try. And just remember that you are your answer. You can do this, okay? Your answers come from taking a break when you feel frustrated and just getting right back up again. Analyzing what you can do differently next time and just getting right back up again, okay? You deserve it. We all do. Bye, everyone. With that, I hope you go into your week feeling good, empowered, and special because you deserve it. All right, take care, everyone. Bye.